So here we are, part 2 of our virtual field trip along the Erie Canal, and we're coming up on an aqueduct. Okay, now here it says the 9 Mile Creek Aqueduct, built in 1842 by New York State, in use 1845 to 1918, replacing the 1819 aqueduct located just downstream, one of the 32 on the 19th century Erie Canal. So the aqueduct, as we talked about, is a water bridge that goes over water. So they created these, as we can see here as I've come down the canal, come a little bit down the canal, about a mile or so. Now you do notice all the trees. Think about all the trees that they had to remove when building the canal, when digging it out. So they had to take down all these trees that were here, pull up those stumps. Remember, it was only 4 feet deep, not very deep. So what they did was they dug it out. Now it is not fed by a stream or a natural water, so it does not have much current, which is why they needed, once again, the towpaths and the animals to pull the canal boats. As you can see here, we're coming up, and we are only be able to see one side of it, but we're coming up on, you can see the structures off in the distance a little bit. They built a bridge that went over the top of a stream. So we're coming to a natural stream here, okay? And we're gonna see the bridge. We're gonna walk over it. We can step over to it here. And we're gonna see this aqueduct. That's really kind of a cool thing, that they have a water bridge, okay, going over. And it allows for the water below it to go through, okay? And just a little here, here's a photo of what it looks like, okay, as they built it and restored it. Okay, this is the 9 Mile Creek Aqueduct. And as we come over here, we can indeed take a look. All right, and this is it. You can see the canal is right here, right where we're walking. We'll walk over it, and this is the stream, or that they were building it over. Okay, they didn't connect it because it's a different level. It meant they would have had to put a lock, bring it down, and the water wasn't deep here either. But to keep the canal consistent and safe, they built these aqueducts, these water bridges, as we come across here. Okay, and of course we're going to see as we walk along here. So now I'm actually crossing over the aqueduct, over the bridge, and this is where the canal boat would come. You can see again, not very wide as they came around, okay, and they crossed here. So we're right here, right in the middle of it, and you can see across the columns to help support. You can see, I don't know if you can see the water across the other side. There we go. You can see the water across the other side of, so there we go. So here is an aqueduct that is still being maintained for us to see and to use, that they use for the Erie Canal to cross over waterways. So that is a brief but part 2 of our trip along the Erie Canal here in Camillus.